Chat, new Tyler Oliveira video just dropped.
This is Chamula, Mexico, the town that worships Coca-Cola. The average person here drinks over a half gallon of Coke per day. Almost 40% of adults are obese.
What the fuck?
And diabetes is the second leading cause of death.
Over 35%.
Why?
Have diabetes.
Do you think there are a lot of people with diabetes here because they have sugar drinks?
Mexico drinks more Coca-Cola per capita than any other country.
What? They drink more than China?
But what impact is Coke having on the locals' health? Why do they love drinking it so much? And can this diabetes epidemic be stopped? I met up with a local named Rudy to find out. Look at that. You can't make this up. Look at all that Coke.
It's Coca.
Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola again. So we're headed to Chamula, the Coke drinking capital of the world, would you say?
Yes.
How did Coke enter the religion of Chamula?
The people in Chamula, they consider like every time that you need to talk with God, they are like using like a rituality. And then into the rituality is present the Coca-Cola.
These people are drinking more Coke than anyone else on earth?
Yes. Here is like, wow, I really like it. No?
The Mexican Coke really does hit better?
Yes, yes. In my personal conception.
Okay.
No?
Mexican Coke tastes differently? Like
I
Coke
saw
like that?
this.
Oh, look, the Coca-Cola truck.
Oh, there it is. And we talked to them. ¿Cuánto pesos por este?
A 3.85.
Okay, we got water. It's cheaper to drink the Coke than the water?
Yes.
Okay. And Coca-Cola chairs. Look at this.
What
they
the
have Coke right
fuck?
there. ¿Cuántas botellas de Coca-Cola bebes al día?
Más o menos 1 litro.
Un litro.
Sí.
Baffled by how Coke was in every store out here and far more available than bottled water, I wanted to understand what strategies Coke used to conquer Mexico. But to understand that, we need to understand their pricing strategy. A little over $1, we can get 2 Cokes.
I want a Mexican Coke.
And you can
It's
return
true,
the bottle.
it's better.
Yes.
Wait, what? Ritual for Coke? When that... Wait. They treat Coke... Wow!
Bottle is
that
cheaper.
Dr.
So if you give
Pepper.
them back the bottle, you get Coke again.
Yes.
For cheaper.
Yes.
Let's analyze the Coke here. Okay.
3 liters.
3 liters right here.
Yes.
How common is this in a family household?
Very common.
¿Cuántos gramos de azúcar en aquí? They don't know. No one knows. ¿Es más popular aquí en esta ciudad?
Sí, la verdad sí,
Sí.
porque para usos y costumbres, por lo regular, es un
There's
ejemplo.
more sugar
Cuando
in
van
it?
a pedir a una chica para esposa de alguien, los típicos refrescos que llevan son Coca-Cola,
Okay.
que son por paquetes.
He's like a bringing offerings. Yes, and that offerings is Coca-Cola.
This is 27 for
Wow.
1.35. So it gets cheaper the more you buy. With Coke in every corner store in the city, the few water bottles available for sale are mostly the brand
That's
CL, which is
crazy.
also owned by Coca-Cola. Given the option between a nice,
Wow.
cold, sugary Coke and a water
There's
bottle for
one
the
too.
same price, it's no surprise that people here are choosing Coke. But is Coke being honest and upfront about the health consequences it's having on the public? Rudy led me to this basketball court to understand a little more. Whoa! They sponsored the basketball courts?
Yes, it's like they paint.
Coca-Cola everywhere. They own the culture. This is crazy. A
Jeez.
Coca-Cola basketball hoop. And look, Coke cans right over there.
What
Coke
the
is everywhere
fuck?
out here. This Coke-sponsored
That's
basketball
kind of
court is just
weird, but this feels like a city built by Coca-Cola. What
another
the fuck?
example of Coke sponsoring youth sporting events since 2006 as part of their Ponte al 100 program to promote exercise rather than drinking less sugary drinks like Coke. Despite research showing that diet is a far more important factor in obesity and diabetes than exercise. Today was the celebration of the Virgin of Guadalupe, and Rudy
A
said
Coke
that during
cult,
holidays like this,
literally.
Coke plays a critical role in their traditions
Everybody
and
has
sometimes even
one. What
religion.
the fuck?
Also is the social meetings, and part of the tradition is like to share some. They are like giving normally Posh and Coke.
And in Chamula, where we're headed, some even believe Coke has magic healing properties and it's used in rituals.
Diabetes is caused by anger and problems in the family. I mean, yeah, it can be caused. It can. You're willfully ignorant.
He's drinking Coke. Hola. Cheers. But with this much Coke here in Zincantan, I could only imagine how much Coke they drank in Chamula. First, we had to meet up with a local Tzotzil native to get inside Chamula because this town is exclusively occupied by the indigenous Tzotzil Mayan natives, highly suspicious of outsiders, with some even believing cameras capture your soul when a photo is taken. And Chamula has a unique autonomous status within Mexico and their own police force, where no outside
has their own police force. They do not allow Mexican police and military in this town, but it's a safe town. Criminals are punished severe. What the fuck?
Police or military are allowed in the village, crimes are punished severely, going so far as to lynch and burn people alive who have committed serious offenses.
John, good to meet you. How prevalent is diabetes here in Chamula?
No hay un porcentaje exacto, pero sí hay enfermedades que, vaya, diabetes. Sin embargo, la gente no se pregunta cuál es la causa. Más bien desconoce las causantes. Solo es como, se puede decir que Coca-Cola podría ser una causante, ¿sale? No exactamente Coca-Cola sea la causa.
Since when did Coca-Cola become so popular in Chamula?
1994.
1994.
Cuando llega la empresa Coca-Cola en San Cristóbal.
Look, all the soda. We're surrounded by soda and beer.
Dude, I do not like soda.
Do you sell more Coca-Cola or Pepsi here?
Coca.
Coca-Cola? Mucho más Coca-Cola?
Sí, Coca.
Okay. Coke was everywhere. Even the babies were guzzling it.
What the fuck?
With
Not the babies.
Other Coca-Cola sodas, and the predominant water bottle company, Ciel, owned by Coke. I could barely find any Pepsi here, and it seemed like Coke owned literally every beverage out here.
That's
¿Te gusta
crazy.
Coca-Cola? Or Pepsi?
Coca.
Coca-Cola owned water compared to the singular Pepsi.
He's drinking the watermelon monster.
Coca-Cola más or Pepsi?
Coca.
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola?
La Coca.
Right over there, another Coca-Cola stand.
Every square.
People were chugging Coke as far as the eye could see, with practically no water bottles in sight. I wondered how many bottles people drank here per day.
Let's ask the people here how much Coke they drink. Coca-Cola bebé al día. Tres? Cada día?
3 Cokes a day.
¿Cuánto litros en este?
2 litros y medio.
2 litros? So, bebe 2 litros al día? See? Big old 2 liter right here. ¿Cuántos litros al día?
2 litros.
2 litros?
Como 1 litro.
That food looks
Un litro
busting.
cada día?
Sí.
Yeah, so not only are they all drinking Coca-Cola, but we got sweets everywhere. We got dulces.
Dude,
with highly processed, cheap, sugary
so
snacks
good.
and Coca-Cola everywhere, I began to notice a concerning trend.
¿Tiene miembros de tu familia con diabetes o no?
We gotta visit
¿Sí?
them.
¿Cuánto?
2, creo.
Say like now they are understanding like the Coca-Cola is too much sugar.
Okay.
You're drinking, no? Entonces ahora ya lo entiendes.
Sí, ya ahora ya no Coca, ya es un poco más. Mejor agua o un jugo de naranja.
Hugo, can you ask when they came to that belief?
Video que suben que donde la Coca que ya te hace mucho daño. Entonces, ahí es donde me di cuenta.
¿Hace cuánto más o menos?
Como 3 meses por ahí.
¿Tú conoces personas en esta ciudad con diabetes?
Sí,
¿Sí? ¿Muchas?
pues sí, beber mucho refresco.
¿Sí?
Yes,
Es muy mal, ¿sí?
es malo.
¿Tú tienes miembros de esta familia con diabetes?
Sí.
¿Sí? ¿Tú tienes?
Es mi papá.
¿En el pasado tú bebes mucho Coca-Cola o no?
No,
¿No?
no.
¿Qué es la razón por tu diabetes?
Jeez.
No me dicen los médicos la razón. Unos dicen que por estrés, por genética,
I see.
por la alimentación, por hábitos alimenticios negativos.
¿La dieta tiene responsabilidad por diabetes en esta ciudad?
No.
¿No?
Damn, his
¿En
Spanish
tú
is
conoces
low-key
muchas
popping a little
personas con diabetes?
Sí.
¿Sí? ¿Y tú?
Sí, también.
Sí.
Sí, bastantes conozco. Como unos amigos, se dan tal vez como unos 10, 15 que conozco que tienen.
¿Qué son las razones por este?
Igual estrés.
bit. I wonder how well he understands Spanish. He seems like he's understanding it
¿No
pretty
dieta?
well.
Pues no creo que no.
Okay.
Yo diría que no.
He thinks diet has nothing to do with any of it. Do you think he's right? No, he's not. There's no way, right?
Yes, no, but they are not connecting.
Dots need to be connected here.
Yes.
Yeah,
¿Tú tienes miembros de tu familia con diabetes? Sí.
I mean, his last name is Oliveira.
¿Mucho? Oye.
Sí, mi papá, mi abuela, la
Probably
mayoría de
has
las
some
familias
Spanish in
mexicanas
his family.
Ok. ¿Qué es en sus dietas de tus miembros de tu familia con diabetes?
creo que sí el azúcar.
Más que nada el azúcar.
Have you guys seen a lot of people drinking Coke out here?
Yeah, a lot.
Crazy, right? Yeah. Like a lot of Coca-Cola everywhere.
Like it replaces water, I feel like. Yeah.
That's what we've learned. Do you think Coca-Cola was strategic in placing themselves here?
Oh yes, hell of a lot of money.
They worship Coca-Cola in some of the churches.
Yeah, they absolutely worship it. They have shops where it's piled, I don't know, like 3 meters high, Coca-Cola cans and bottles.
Wow, yeah, bro.
It's just unbelievable.
From most people you've spoken to out here, do
I
you
mean,
think they're
as a
aware
consumer,
of the
they
health
consumed
consequences
it.
of the excess cola consumption?
No.
No.
Some of them even go to like little witch doctors or whatever you call them, and they try and cure their diabetes with a bit of Coca-Cola. So.
And you've seen funerals even on the streets, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have any of these people acknowledged like this guy died of diabetes?
I'll drink a soda here and there. I gotta be in the mood for it.
Oh yeah, it's coming. Yeah. You see people
every
missing
now and
limbs
then
and stuff like that.
I'll
You find out they're diabetic.
Nice, but
a lot of them are unaware, like really unaware.
¿Tú tienes miembros de tu familia con diabetes o no?
Tuve.
¿Sí? Ok.
Diabetes.
1, 2, 3.
¿Tú tienes miembros de tu familia con diabetes?
Ah, sí.
¿Sí?
Aquí es.
¿A todo?
Oh, casi.
¿Por qué?
the city looks kind of pretty though. I like all the colors of the
Azúcar
buildings.
en la dieta,
Galletas.
dulces.
I want to go to Mexico really bad. I think
harinas.
it'd be really fun.
Diabetes is everywhere. ¿Cuántas botellas de Coca-Cola se bebe al día? 3. Gracias. Ciao.
We are addicted, no?
With the rate of diabetes in Mexico higher than even the U.S. and their
The
obesity
Dap
rates
is
close
clogged,
behind, the solution to this health crisis isn't
No.
as simple as switching out Coke for bottles of water.
We have to understand why people
No.
are buying too much Coca-Cola, because if somebody in the top of the mountain doesn't have money, the Coca-Cola say, okay, I come and I give you a fridge. I come and I give you chairs and tables. And then say, okay, what do you have to do? Just sell Coca-Cola. They don't have, Coca-Cola is mafia at the end. The problem is
Well, I'm
that
into TJ.
now we stop buying Coca-Cola, but then we are going to be buying Ciel. So at the end, we are giving the money to them. And these guys, they are not going to give you back some money to pay to the state to have health care, like education. People in the top of Coca-Cola, that they want to
switch
have
the Diet Coke.
every soda
That's what I'm
all
saying,
over the world.
bro.
Sure. That's the mentality. That's what is killing people.
So we headed to the Coca-Cola
Why couldn't they
bottling
switch the
plant on
diet?
the outskirts of the neighboring town
Is
of
that
San
blood?
Cristobal.
We are looking for a Coca-Cola deposit.
Okay, we are on the lookout for a Coca-Cola deposit. I don't know what that means. What is a Coca-Cola deposit?
The biggest storage about Coke.
Oh, I see. This Coca-Cola deposit sells their Coke to small street vendors like we've seen.
This bottling plant is one of the primary causes of this health epidemic because it drains over 1 million gallons of water per day, depleting the local source of drinking water and selling it back to them in the form of sugary Coke they typically choose in favor of the CL water brand that Coke also owns.
How many of you struggle to get water
Diet Coke
every
tastes
week?
better. Why is my dad getting clogged? It's pissing me off.
All right, we've made it to the Coca-Cola FEMSA plant here. This is where they bottle Coke bottles.
Yes.
Let's walk a little further here.
I'm gonna
So we're
sue.
seeing people in the red. They work for the Coca-Cola plant.
Yes.
¿Es tu trabajo?
Mi trabajo.
How many bottles por día?
300,000.
300,000? 300,000 bottles per day. Whoa! Straight from the source there. That's a lot.
The guard say like, no, it's not possible
To go inside?
Yes.
Got a little peek. All the flowers in there. Not sure what that means. Maybe all the lives they've killed.
Curious to see if we could find the secret recipe in action, we threw the drone up to survey the area, but all we could see was the scale of how much Coke was being produced and consumed here in the
That's
Texas region.
What are
Coke.
their goals here?
Bro, if you had a drone, you could just drop something down. Look at all that Coke, bro. What the fuck? That's how they store it out in the open like that? Fighting for my life. What the fuck? Are there giant vats of root beer and Mountain Dew places too?
Do they have environmental goals?
Yes, they're like promoting like hiring people all the time, and it's like more than 5,000 people working. They are like propaganda.
After observing some of their rather hypocritical mission statements on the wall, I asked some employees that worked here if they knew anyone with diabetes.
¿Cuántas personas en tu familia tiene diabetes? Una.
Mi mamá. Sí, mi hermano mayor.
De mis tíos.
¿Tus tíos beben Coca-Cola?
Sí, antes sí.
Obviously, countless people are getting diabetes because of their excessive consumption of Coca-Cola. But the problem is Coca-Cola is everywhere. You find it easier than you can find water out here.
Well, the irony of these people working at the factory that produces the Coke, that causes the diabetes, that causes their death, even 6 feet under, Coke has managed to ingratiate themselves in the culture of the afterlife. Rudy took me to a local graveyard to see this firsthand.
Oh, it's everywhere out here now. Coca-Cola tied to the flowers in a 2-liter of Coke. Another can of Coke right here.
That's
another bottle of Coke. Rudy, what's the significance of these Cokes out here?
It's about like the people, they are like bringing offerings to the cemetery. So the Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Fanta becomes part of their life. So that is why it's present in the cemetery.
Even the flowers being held are in old 2 liters of Coke.
Yes.
Part of their lives.
Yes.
While they were alive.
Yes.
It doesn't necessarily have any religious connotation, but when it's practically everywhere, it almost becomes borderline religious. ¿Qué es la razón por la Coca-Cola?
Porque I'm just like pulling a beer out for the homie.
Since the 1960s, Coca-Cola has targeted the indigenous population here in Chiapas with localized marketing campaigns that combined Coca-Cola with the symbols and traditions of the people here, resulting in the most loyal Coca-Cola customers on earth, who drink almost 5 times more soda than the rest of Mexico. But at what cost? I'm here with
Marcos Arana. I'm a medical anthropologist working as a researcher for the National Institute of Nutrition.
Is it too late to reverse this diabetes epidemic here in Chiapas in Mexico?
We need to develop more aggressive strategies to halt the consumption of Coca-Cola and also solving the problem of lack of adequate water. But we need more investment in providing safe water for the population so we can promote the consumption of simple water. It's a must for promoting health. This is also responsibility of the government to get more information, to promote regulations.
Due to Coca-Cola's recruitment of local vendors on nearly every corner of every street,
I didn't think about it that way,
advertise and
Mooney.
sell Coke, clever marketing campaigns targeting poor and uneducated indigenous communities, and political connections within Mexico, like the former president Vicente Fox, whose political career was conveniently funded by Coca-Cola and established a near monopoly on the local water supply. Unless these people receive real education on the deadly consequences Coke is having on their health, it looks like Coke will continue to kill the people here until there's no one left to drink themselves to death. And even then, they'll keep drinking.
Rudy, if someone wants to visit this beautiful country of Mexico with you, where can they find you?
Chiapas Experiencias, through Instagram.
Go check out Rudy right here. Come to Mexico. This place is epic.
Also, whoever has the most viewed TikTok or YouTube short using
W.